The fields are full of stunted boars and twice as many sheep. All of them with vacant smiles, grazing like there's nothing wrong. The stars look like they're cut out of the sky when I laid down to sleep. Tired from the senseless trials that we take to prove we're strong, we're not at risk of endangerment. But I sense a lot of thrilling intent, thrilling intent, thrilling intent, thrilling intent.
Mere hours after the event that would go down in history as the Great Shinkala Heatwave, born by a surprisingly flammable stone, Ashe and Horaven returned from the Stone of Chiron to the city of Shinkala. Horaven was non-specific about how exactly they were going to get to the Ban Village. It was a tucked away, hidden hideaway, after all. The entrance had to be exceedingly secret. He said little, but when they reached the park of the Respect Quarter, he motioned around with a grandiose gesture. Here we are!
Back at the park where...
Yes, it's,
God, everything seems to be coming back to this park.
Really?
What? Yes!
Everything, really?
Well, okay, that's a gross generalization, but...
Yes.
A lot of things that have been very recently important to me.
You were probably drawn to it thanks to its mysterious allure.
It is pretty mysterious and alluring.
Speaking of which, I will reveal this park's true secret. Horaven takes a step on the rock, stares across the lake, and sees something, unexpected. Oh, I think those are your friends over there.
I duck behind Horaven. Did they see us?
I don't think so, but they're gonna see if I, do the thing right now.
Well, then let's wait to do... What thing are you doing?
It's a pretty big thing. I can't go into the specifics of the thing or it'll ruin the thing.
Okay, right. You wanna keep up your mystique. I understand. Yeah, I guess just wait a bit. It'll be fine.
I think they're painting a sign.
What's the sign say?
Marcus Valafi and then a whole bunch of smaller writing I can't read.
Huh. Well, regardless of what that smaller writing might say, that seems pretty much par for the course. Give them a couple minutes, they'll get bored with it and go somewhere else.
The night passes very, very slowly. Eventually, morning does roll around. And Horaven and Ashe, twitchy-eyed, continue to watch the group across the lake.
You know, you could have gone to sleep.
I thought they'd leave. It always looks like they're about to be distracted by something, but then they just keep knitting those tiny clothes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, somebody's coming.
Towards us?
Oh, okay. They're being bothered.
Oh, it's that new blonde kid.
Okay, this is working out well.
Oh God, that's Salvetta.
Oh, you know him?
Ish. I know him ish. He's I don't know. Probably a bad influence, but hey, Gregor made a friend, that's good. Hey.
Yes. I know him, tangentially, you could say.
Yeah, he tried to kill you.
Yeah, that's sort of been our relationship for years.
Years?
Yes.
What? Really?
Yes.
Okay. Have they left yet? Can you do the thing?
Oh, yes, I almost completely forgot about the thing. I was reminiscing about the good times.
The good times? About that tiny blonde kid killing you, or trying to kill you over years.
Kill? I'd be dead if he killed me.
Yes, you would be dead if he killed you.
That's just a fact. Horaven stands up on the rocks. Something begins to, flicker, glow about the man. He takes a step out onto the water. It supports his weight.
Is this supposed to be happening? Can you just do this in the middle of the day?
Do this in the... Yeah, we waited until there weren't people around.
All right, yeah, I mean, I guess, but I don't know, it's an open space. It kind of weirds me out. You're, I guess, going about this secret or something?
It's an extremely secret.
Should I, follow you or anything?
Kept for decades due to its secrecy.
You're not even listening.
Horaven wanders out into the, middle of the lake. He holds up his hand. Something flickers around the tip of his finger. He drives it downwards and begins to draw a pattern on the surface of the water. You see.
So, you said we were going to the Ban Village, but really all you're doing right now is playing in the water.
You see, it might not look it right now, but this point right here, this is the center of all Shinkala. They say that Jin himself founded this city, chasing the illusion of a moon that didn't exist. This pond contains the very same reflection of that moon.
I look out across the pond.
It contains no reflection of any moon.
Like, metaphorically or
Physically. How would that metaphorically work?
physically? Horaven, there's no moon in the pond right now.
There's a moon in the pond, I assure you. Also, on consideration, yes, the metaphor does work.
Not hard to get it to work, Horaven, I know.
He motions to you. Come.
All right. I glance at the water, I step onto the rocks, glance at the water, and tentatively step out onto it, not placing my whole weight onto it, just seeing if the water supports my foot.
As your foot touches the water, you feel something strange traveling through your boot and up your body. It's an interesting sensation. A tingly feeling.
Okay, is that you doing that, Horaven?
It's moon things, come on!
All right, fine. I take a step into the water expecting to plunge in.
The tingling feeling spreads, it intensifies. It's not necessarily unpleasant. Rather, it's pretty nice. You begin to see, in the surface of the water reflected, the outline of a moon.
Oh.
Yes,
Weird.
yes. Pretty mysterious, correct?
Very mysterious.
And extremely secret.
Yeah, and really cool, too.
As you walk towards the center, Horaven extends his hand once again and closes his eyes. Suddenly, you feel the world shift. You're pulled downwards into the water, but you don't feel your body get wet. Your feet twist around and brace something beneath you. Your entire world flips upside down.
Oh, whoa. All right. Little more warning next time?
I said it was mysterious. You stand in the midst of a clearing. Everything, crackles with an ethereal energy, but it once again feels exceedingly peaceful. There's a serenity to the air that you didn't feel in Shinkala. Almost the missing spiritual sense that overall you felt the city lacked.
I take a deep breath, glancing at the water, the reflection beneath my feet, and slowly exhale. Horaven, what is this place?
Extremely mysterious, mysterious.
Horaven, there's no echo.
I feel it's important when giving people the tour for the first time.
All right, well, I'll let it slide this time because I really, really like this place.
He continues to walk across the surface of the water. Now, you said you had a lot of questions. At this point, he nods to the spirit folk over there.
My gait slows a bit as I notice the band mask, and I glance towards Horaven.
What? It's the gatekeeper. We're friends.
All right, I bow to the gatekeeper.
Gatekeeper continues to watch you. So you said you had questions.
Oh, gods, Horaven, I don't even know how many questions I have anymore. I don't even have them in any sort of list or sensical, I don't know. I haven't written them down. They are unsorted, they are raw, they are completely...
Is that your first question? Do you want me to make a list for you?
You know, that would be helpful, but no. No, actually. No, my first question is, who are you? Why do the spirits seem to come to your beck and call? Do you have any bindings? What? Morin called you a paladin?
A paladin, that's a foreign term. My history is a long and sordid one.
All right.
What, you're giving me a look like he's about to go off again, isn't he? He's likely to talk for entire minutes at a time.
Minutes is a bit generous. I understand. I'd love to hear about your past sometime, but...
Exceedingly sordid.
Okay, can you, can you highlight the most important parts that are the most relevant to that question I asked?
You continue walking. As you leave the clearing, you feel, the strange energy fade a bit. The land that surrounds you is peaceful, untouched, undisturbed. Life seems to be quiet here. It lacks the energy of Honorant. It's a very sleepy place. You travel down a path of brilliant foliage.
But before you answer that question, I've got another. Do you live here?
Actually, yes, I do have a residence in the Ban Village.
Yeah, this seems like a very, very nice place to live. I just can't help but feel...
The property value is immense.
Really? What? They have, an economic system here?
No, but someday, when the barrier falls between the band and the clans, I will have invested in a property that can be resold at dramatically increased value.
Oh, I did not know that you were such a shrewd businessman.
Business is a hero's business, like I always say.
Okay, so about that first question I asked.
Horaven begins to walk. Well, it all began with the destruction of my village. Actually, I've been told, Jin has told me multiple times that that's dramatic speak once again. My village wasn't necessarily destroyed.
Jin?
Yes.
I'm not super familiar.
Well, you'll meet him eventually, I suppose. It's actually who we're kind of on the way to meet.
Okay.
He's the leader of the band.
Oh.
Same name as the city.
I was kind of putting that together.
Good for you. Regardless.
I narrow my eyes at Horaven.
Regardless, my village was destroyed. Or more correctly, kindly asked to disband.
Okay.
Now,
and?
Me and my family, my fellows, we practice the art of communicating with and channeling the spirit folk.
Oh, so it was a more a relationship kind of thing. Just like you talked to them. It was, normal.
Normal is a bit of a stretch. It was more in a worshipping regard.
Oh.
We called them the shamanic arts. Technically, I'm a shaman.
Oh, why would Morin call you a paladin then?
Horaven shrugs. Maybe it's the term he knows. Regardless, anyone who could successfully channel the power of the divine was considered a shaman from my village.
Is it like a thing that you're born with, or something that anybody can learn?
It's something that you can make up for with hard work, effort.
Right.
But at the same time, talent will predispose you to it.
Okay.
I unfortunately lacked such talents. Instead of being able to call upon the spirits directly, he continues walking, staring around at the foliage. I had to, convince them to help me out. It's said that the greatest of shaman can simply call upon the power of the spirits. But me, I need their support, willing.
That sounds a lot better than a shaman who unwillingly pulls the power of spirits to their aid.
That's more of a gray area, though, isn't it? Many spirit folk lack what we would call a traditional will. For someone such as myself, I could never use their powers. They're too unconscious.
So there are some that you can't talk to.
Exactly.
By virtue of the fact that they're just too different or just, dormant or something.
I get along perfectly fine with the more humanoid of spirit folk, but anything other than that and I struggle.
Interesting.
Well, regardless, our village was kindly asked to disband.
Right, the village.
We were destroyed by that proclamation. Everybody moved out.
Okay. How many survivors?
All of them. It was terrible.
Wow, Horaven. My heart really goes out for you.
In the same regard, we were kindly asked to stop practicing our art as well.
What? Well, okay. I mean, I can understand it for the shamans who unwillingly use other spirits, but what about, people like you? You seem to have a sort of rapport with your spirits. Like, why would that be a problem?
Horaven shakes his head. After the gods of Honorant fell, the shamans remained as the last true bastion of human spirit worship.
Oh, who asked you to stop practicing your shamanic rituals and such?
The then leader of the Lily clan. He's since passed away.
Was it a human or was it a spirit?
It was a human.
Okay, so they were trying to completely distance themselves from their former gods.
Yes, trying to solidify their power, as it were.
Ugh, that's gross.
Now, I had many friends amongst the spirits that continued to follow me regardless of what I did. I spent a time wandering, and while caught up in such aimlessness, I met my master, who taught me the blades.
And Zeke?
Zeke. Yes, he was known as something else back then.
Bow Ripper.
So you've heard this story.
Yes, we've heard this story. I've heard this story.
Well, then you know my master's fate. Tragic. We each took a different response to that, let's say.
Wildly different. Are you on good? How are you with Zeke right now?
That's a difficult question. Well, regardless, you saw the path he took.
Yeah.
I myself decided to take matters into my own hands. I have a particular fondness for the people of this land, but I also couldn't abandon my master. I'm kind of caught between two places, if you, follow my logic.
As he says that, I kind of pause and look around us. That's oddly appropriate.
Yes. The humans of this place, they're good people. In the same regard, so are the spirits. What a predicament. Horaven continues walking. So,
what are those, Horaven? I point to the flowers braided on the rope.
they're flowers braided on a rope.
Pretty.
Yes.
I was just wondering if they had any sort of meaning or anything.
Do you perchance know what the meaning of beauty is?
No, Horaven, I don't.
Oh, I was kind of hoping you'd tell me. He keeps walking.
I have a feeling that if you asked Marcus, he might have a better answer.
Maybe I'll ask him next time. You continue wandering through the woodsies.